Weather is a constant presence in our lives, shaping our routines and influencing the choices we make every single day. Whether we're heading out for work, sending kids to school, or planning a weekend adventure, the weather forecast is often the first thing we check. It's not just about comfort, it's about safety, preparation, and peace of mind. The impact of weather goes far beyond deciding if you'll need an umbrella or a warm coat. It affects how our cities function, how our food is grown, and how we travel from place to place. For farmers, a sudden frost or unexpected drought can threaten an entire season's work. For travelers, a storm can ground flights or make roads treacherous. Even our health can be influenced by weather, from heat waves to cold snaps. For those who work the land, weather forecasts are more than just numbers, they're lifelines. A timely warning about a coming hailstorm can mean the difference between saving a crop and losing it all. Droughts, floods, and storms can devastate entire communities, making accurate weather information essential for planning and survival. When severe weather threatens, every minute counts. Accurate forecasts give families and businesses the chance to prepare, boarding up windows, gathering emergency supplies, or evacuating if needed. These warnings help protect property, safeguard lives, and reduce the impact of disasters. Emergency responders and local communities depend on up-to-date weather information to act quickly and efficiently. Firefighters, rescue teams, and volunteers all rely on forecasts to coordinate their efforts, whether they're battling wildfires, responding to floods, or helping neighbors in need. Staying aware of the weather also connects us to the bigger picture, the powerful natural systems that shape our world. From the changing of the seasons to the movement of global weather patterns, understanding the forecast helps us appreciate the forces at work on our planet and how they affect our lives. Thanks to modern technology, we now have access to real-time weather data wherever we are. Meteorologists use advanced radar, satellites, and computer models to predict what's coming, and we can check the latest updates on our phones, computers, or TVs in seconds. Checking the forecast isn't just a routine, it's a smart habit that helps us make informed decisions. Whether you're deciding when to leave the house, how to dress, or whether to postpone an event, a quick look at the weather can help you stay one step ahead and avoid unnecessary risks. By staying weather aware, you're not just protecting yourself, you're looking out for your family, your neighbors, and your entire community. Sharing information, helping others prepare, and responding together makes everyone safer and stronger. In a world where the weather can change in an instant, taking a few moments to check the forecast can make all the difference. It's a simple step that empowers you to stay safe, prepared, and connected to the world around you. A dramatic atmospheric battle is brewing across North America. The skies are shifting, and the stage is set for a clash of epic proportions. As weather systems gather strength, meteorologists are watching closely, knowing that what's coming could reshape the week for millions of people. The energy in the air is almost palpable, as if the continent itself is holding its breath, waiting for the first signs of the approaching storm. From the north, Arctic air is surging south. Cold, dense, and unmistakable. This frigid air mass, born in the polar regions, sweeps down with relentless force, chilling everything in its path. It's a reminder of the power and reach of winter, even as autumn's colors still linger across the land. The cold air doesn't just bring lower temperatures, it brings a sense of urgency, a warning that the seasons are about to change in a dramatic way. Meanwhile, warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico is pushing north, loaded with energy. This air mass is thick with moisture, carrying the last breath of summer northward. It's the kind of air that feels heavy on the skin, fueling clouds and storms as it moves. The contrast between this warmth and the invading cold sets the stage for something extraordinary, a meteorological showdown that will play out over thousands of miles. When these two air masses collide, the result is explosive. A powerful cold front forms. The boundary between them becomes a battleground where the forces of nature are unleashed. Meteorologists track these fronts with intense focus, knowing that the collision can trigger everything from thunderstorms to blizzards, depending on where you are. The cold air wedges under the warm, forcing it to rise rapidly, fueling severe storms. As the warm, moist air is lifted, it cools and condenses, forming towering clouds that can unleash torrential rain, hail, and even tornadoes. The atmosphere becomes a cauldron of instability, with energy being released in dramatic bursts. The greater the contrast, the more violent the weather. Where the temperature difference is sharpest, storms can become especially intense, with lightning splitting the sky and winds howling across the plains. In some places, the change will be sudden and shocking, transforming a calm afternoon into a scene of chaos in minutes. This isn't a local event, it will stretch from the southern plains to eastern Canada, impacting millions. The sheer scale of this system means that communities hundreds of miles apart will feel its effects, from heavy rain and flooding to sudden cold snaps and gusty winds. It's a reminder of how interconnected our weather can be, and how a single front can ripple across an entire continent. Some will see severe storms, with thunder rumbling and skies turning an ominous shade of gray. Tornadoes may spin up in the most unstable areas, while others face relentless downpours and flash flooding. The threat is real, and the impacts could be widespread. Others will experience a dramatic temperature drop as the cold air sweeps in and erases any trace of lingering warmth. One moment, it's mild and comfortable. The next, you're reaching for a jacket as the wind picks up and the mercury plunges. It's a shock to the system, a clear sign that winter is on the way. It's a classic autumn clash, summer's warmth making a final stand against winter's advance. The landscape itself seems to reflect the struggle, with golden leaves swirling in the wind and snowflakes beginning to fall. This is the season of change, and the coming days will bring some of the most dynamic weather of the year. The result: widespread, high-impact weather chaos. Roads may become treacherous, power outages are possible, and emergency crews are already preparing for whatever the storm may bring. For many, this will be a week to remember. A time when nature's power is on full display. Stay alert as this massive system unfolds. Keep an eye on forecasts, heed warnings, and be ready to adapt as conditions change rapidly. The approaching collision is more than just a weather event, it's a reminder of the incredible forces that shape our world, and the importance of staying prepared when nature decides to put on a show. When cold and warm air collide, the atmosphere is primed for severe weather. Damaging straight-line winds can snap trees and knock out power. Powerful updrafts may produce large hail, capable of shattering windows and damaging crops. The most dangerous threat: tornadoes, especially from rotating supercells ahead of the main storm line. Strong wind shear and instability make conditions ripe for tornado formation. Multiple hazards, winds, hail, tornadoes, can strike at once. Stay vigilant and have a way to receive warnings instantly. The energy in this system means the risk is high across the entire region. The severe threat stretches across a vast corridor of the U.S. Storms will first erupt in the southern and central plains, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri. As the system matures, the risk expands into the Mississippi and Ohio valleys, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky. Later storms push into the Great Lakes and Northeast, bringing damaging winds and heavy rain. The impact won't stop at the border. Ontario and Quebec will also feel the effects. This is a truly continental event, reminding us how interconnected our weather can be. Millions will be affected. Know if you're in the path. Timing is critical for safety. The first storms will develop Thursday into Friday from Oklahoma to Missouri. Saturday brings the main event, volatile conditions and the highest tornado risk, especially in the Arklatex, Ozarks, and Mississippi Valley. By evening, a powerful squall line will sweep east, threatening the Ohio and Tennessee valleys and the Great Lakes with damaging winds. The threat continues overnight into Sunday as storms move into the northeast. Even after storms pass, expect a sharp drop in temperatures and blustery winds. Stay weather aware all weekend. Timing will vary by location. Monitor alerts and be ready to act quickly. Preparation is your best defense. After the storms, a surge of Arctic air brings a dramatic temperature plunge. Areas enjoying spring-like warmth, Saturday will feel like winter by Sunday. Temperatures may drop 20 to 30 degrees in hours, reaching deep into the south and southeast. Northern states could see highs in the 30s, with lows in the teens. Gusty winds will make it feel even colder. Wind chills in the 20s or lower. This cold snap will linger through much of next week, with little relief until the following weekend. Bundle up and protect against the cold, especially in the mornings. The high-pressure system will keep things chilly for days. Prepare for a prolonged taste of winter. While the United States braces for a series of storms, meteorologists are closely monitoring a developing tropical system deep in the heart of the Caribbean Sea. This region, known for its warm waters and dynamic weather patterns, is once again showing signs of potential tropical activity that could impact millions in the coming days. The combination of unusually warm sea surface temperatures and the presence of a Central American gyre, a large, slow-spinning area of low pressure, creates the perfect environment for tropical development. These conditions can quickly transform a cluster of thunderstorms into a tropical depression or even a named storm, especially as the system draws energy from the heated ocean below. However, the United States is currently shielded by a powerful cold front sweeping across the southern states. This front, accompanied by strong winds and a dome of high pressure, acts as a protective barrier, effectively blocking the tropical system from moving northward into the Gulf of Mexico. While this front brings its own severe weather to parts of the U.S., it also serves as a crucial line of defense against potential tropical threats from the south. As a result, the Gulf of Mexico remains largely safe from this system. Instead, the focus shifts to Caribbean nations such as Jamaica, Cuba, and the Yucatan Peninsula, where the threat of prolonged heavy rainfall and flash flooding is growing. These areas could experience several days of relentless downpours, leading to dangerous conditions on the ground and significant disruptions to daily life. Slow-moving tropical systems are notorious for producing life-threatening floods and mudslides, especially in mountainous or low-lying regions. The saturated ground increases the risk of landslides, while overflowing rivers and streams can quickly inundate communities, making travel and emergency response difficult. Most forecast models suggest the system will drift westward towards Central America or the Yucatan Peninsula, bringing the heaviest impacts there. However, there remains a chance that the system could curve northeastward into the Atlantic, which would change the risk profile for other islands and possibly even the Bahamas. Meteorologists are watching for any shifts in the steering winds that could alter its path. For now, impacts to the United States are unlikely, thanks to the protective cold front. But for those living in the Caribbean, it's important to stay vigilant. Preparations should be underway, and residents are urged to heed local advisories and stay informed as the situation evolves. Heavy rain remains the main threat from this tropical system, with the potential for dangerous flooding and landslides. Stay tuned to local forecasts, follow official guidance, and take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and your community as this system continues to develop. This storm system will bring widespread, heavy rain. 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected from Texas to the Great Lakes and into southern Canada. Flash flooding is a real risk, especially Saturday from Arkansas to Indiana, where saturated ground can't absorb more water. Never drive through flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. The Pacific Northwest will also see needed rain, but with risks of localized flooding and landslides. As the front moves east, rain and strong winds will create hazardous outdoor conditions. The heaviest rain will be brief but intense, increasing flood danger. Even after severe storms, flooding remains a threat. Stay cautious. Preparation is your best tool against severe weather. Stay informed, use a NOAA weather radio, enable alerts on your phone, and have a reliable weather app. Secure loose outdoor items and know your safe place for tornadoes. Lowest level, interior room, away from windows. Practice your emergency plan with your family. Prepare an emergency kit, food, water, flashlight, batteries, first aid, medications, and a radio. Charge devices and have power banks ready. Check on neighbors, especially those needing extra help. Respect the power of weather, but don't fear it. By staying informed and prepared, we can weather any storm together. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and make weather awareness part of your routine.